Hello everyone, it's the Pathfinder. Today I just want to give you a quick update about Journey Together. I got the numbers from my supplier that I usually get from, and now I know what are the prices that they're going to be putting on the shelves. As you know, in my earlier video I told you that the shop actually got very low allocation, just like everybody else in the market. If you don't pre-order anything above, I would imagine anything more than 6 or 8 or 10 cases, you probably won't be getting anything at all. So so now the question is, am I going to be spending my hard-earned money on this product at very high price, or am I just going to skip the set altogether? Let's take a look. I was told for the booster box they are going to be charging $260, a very high price, just like the guys in the US are paying at the moment. And for the ETB, it's going to be $89 USD. As an investor myself, my long-term plan is actually to really hold until at least it is out of print. So it's going to be at least a 3-year time frame. So, but normally when I look at products, whether it's a good buy or to keep, to invest, I definitely have to look at the price point. So if I'm going to buy something at this price point, even if I'm a long-term holder, let's say 3 years down the road, is it going to do anything better than this? I'm not so sure. I'm not very confident. So the investor in me definitely will say no, I shouldn't be buying this, and I should look for things that are still very affordable, which is not much, honestly. I mean, this month the only thing that I got below MSRP was actually Shrouded Fable ETB. I can still get it at about less than $50 per box. So that is honestly the only thing that I got. But of course, many people will say that but it's not a very good product. I know that, yeah. But if from the investor point of view, if you really just put the emotion aside, and Shrouded Fable is not a very bad set. I mean, they have some interesting card. The set value is not too bad. It's above $700 for the total set value. So it's actually not too bad. It's almost as good as, I would say, from the set value point of view, is even better than Scarlet and Violet base. So it's not a very bad set to invest in, and the ETB itself is a good product for Shrouded Fable because it's not the main set and it doesn't have booster box. So the best or the better product is actually the ETB or the booster bundle. So yeah, so that was the thing that I bought this month, and honestly the one of the few only thing that I could get still under MSRP. So from the investor point of view, actually that was a better buy definitely compared to Journey Together at release. But I'm going to show you one of the other things that I really consider at the moment. If you look at Pokedata, you can see this. There are already people putting up on sale for Journey Together, and the total set value at the moment is $2,600. It's very high. Just for reference, Surging Spark I think is about 1,500, something like that, 1,300 to 1,500, and the Lily's Fairy at the moment is listed at about $500, more than the Pikachu EX, and the Salamence is $250, and Zora 200, more than 200. Iono's Valleybolt more than 200, and yeah, Articuno is quite popular now, is selling at about $70. Velord 57. Hobbs Vulu, this is the IR, $27, the Lycanroc, $23. So you can see the whole list of cards. If I just scroll down over here, they have quite a high price. Of course, we know this is pre-release. It's not going to be released in another week's time, so it may drop. But let's say that it drops by half, for example. It's still going to be $1,300 total value, and it is still as high as Surging Spark, mind you. And when Surging Spark was released, of course it's a different time. That was when the hype was just really catching up right after Twilight Masquerade. So there are many people who say that, oh, the Pikachu at pre-release was at a very high price. I remember it was like, I think, $300, and many people think that it's going to drop. And in fact, right after release, it drops to maybe $250, $200, and then it just shot back up, right? And now it's close to $500 raw. I think $450, right? So it's even higher than pre-release, which is against what most people expect, because in the past, Normally pre-release was of course at a high price because nobody has them yet, and people who have their hand on the card early can command a higher price because of the FOMO. People want it early. After Surging Spark, actually there are many people who now understood that, oh, actually because the market is so hype, there's so much demand in the market, and if you think about it, the supply is really not that much, at least not into the hand of the LGS. Maybe the Ribbon Shipper has them, I'm not so sure, but definitely in the LGS they don't have much, right? Everybody have a very small slice of the pie, so if you get your hand on the cards, they are good for you, but otherwise most people, if you really want a card, I guess you will really have to pay a high price. The $1,000,000 question is, will these card values hold? If it's gonna hold, it's gonna do very well. Why? Because let me show you one of the very close thing that people are actually comparing this set with, and that is Cosmic Eclipse. Cosmic Eclipse is in Sun and Moon, the last set of Sun and Moon, and the total set value is about $3,500. And why people compare these two sets is because this is also a tag team set, and it's a trainer set with their Pokemon. So you can see Reshiram and Cynthia Caitlyn, but it's not just Pokemon and trainer, it's also trainer and Pokemon tag team. So of course the Cosmic Eclipse set is much broader and is much bigger compared to the Journey Together, but as you can see that in terms of the team, they are actually quite close, and this is, I guess, the reason why people are so bullish on Journey Together. People really believe it's going to do very well, and also why people are willing to pay such a high price. Okay, if you are looking at the Japanese set, the Battle Partner, which is the Japanese equivalent to the Journey Together, they are actually doing very well. The total set value is $1,000, but $1,000 set in Japanese is considered very good, because if you know, if you are familiar with the Japanese set, the Super Electric Breaker, which is doing very well, which is like half of the Surging Spark, the total set value is only, I think, $600, something like that. So $1,000 value is considered very good. This is 2 months old set. So this set is holding up very well in Japan. And as a comparison, let me just show you the latest set, the Hot Air Arena. Yeah, this set, there are many people who say that, oh, the Garchomp is really nice, the Ho-Oh is really nice, but if you just look at the total set value, it's not even close compared to Battle Partner. So what is actually going on? Is it just because of the Lily's card? You know, Iono Lily that's commanding such a high price, is it going to do the same thing in English? Nobody can really tell you that, but what we know is that from the Japanese side of the thing, Battle Partner is really doing very well. So is it going to translate to the same in English? We will have to see. Now talk about what I plan to do. So I said that the price is really high, so as an investor, I'm not going to be investing, buying cases or things like that of the ETB or the booster box, because it's way too high. I mean, rationally, I cannot justify buying that as an investment because the risk is just way too high. The downside is too high. The upside, we do not know. I mean, if it's really going to do as well as Cosmic, or even maybe half as well as what Cosmic is doing, then we can, reasonably expect that it's going to go to $1,000 box in maybe 5-6 years time, like what Cosmic is doing. But the downside is just too high at the moment, because when Cosmic was out, it was not selling at $250 at release. So why and how can I justify doing that with the Journey Together set, right? But as a collector myself, I still would like to have, at least a box of the Journey Together and one ETB, just in case. I mean, the one reason is just to, put them on the shelf and take a look at them once in a while to enjoy the art. I'm not going to rip them. I may get some loose packs to open, just to enjoy the card a little, but I'm not going to rip them up. I want to keep them sealed to enjoy looking at them, to keep them as a collection. But if in the future, in the next few months, let's say, the Pokemon Company International really print them to the ground, print everything to the ground, and or if there are many people leaving the hobby, and suddenly we go into a bear market and the price goes low, yeah, then maybe I will pick up a few more, a case or something, you know, to keep as an investment. Yeah, but yeah, just like what people always say, right? You can, if you are buying at a lower point, if you know that it's gonna go up, you can always, you know, average your cost by buying more in the future price point, whether it goes up or down. This dollar cost averaging idea from what you do in stock market. Yeah, but at the moment the graph is like the other way around. It started high, but if it goes down, you want to average your cost point downwards. You can, you know, buy in at the lower price point. But if it goes up, keep going up and up and up, I'll probably not be buying anything more than just the one booster box and ETB, because there are many other products that's coming out in the future. You know, the super premium collection box for Prismatic Evolution is coming. Destiny Rival is coming, which most people think that it's going to be a better set, but we only see half of them. Not even half yet. Oh yeah, actually we already saw half, right? Because of Heatwave Arena. But the other half, Glory of Team Rocket, at the moment is pre-selling at a very, very high price. But we have not really seen much of what is in the set yet. So that remains to be seen, whether it's going to be better than Journey Together, and whether it's going to be a killer set like what everyone is making it up to be. But if it is really going to do very, very well, I mean, I've placed my pre-order. I have no idea whether I'm going to get anything. I have pre-ordered, you know, more than what I normally would, but knowing that it's going to be a good set, hopefully I'll at least get something. But we only know in 2 months time. So at the moment, that's what I'm doing. One booster box, one ETB for collection. If the price drops, I'll get more. Otherwise, I'm happy to just, keep to my one booster box and one ETB. So how about you? Let me know what you plan to do. If you can get it at MSRP, good for you. Otherwise, I think it's okay, you know, to step back a little. You just go and enjoy something else, you know, buy other product, enjoy other sets. I think it's fine. Don't FOMO. It's okay to miss out a little. I mean, if you have some spare cash, you want to buy a box or one ETB like what I'm doing, of course, go ahead. At least you can tell yourself you have something, you know, from the collector point of view. But I really do not advise investing in this situation, because the downside is really way too high. The risk is very, very high. So I would not advise anyone to do that. Yeah, so that's all I have for today. Let me know how it's going for you, and good luck collecting and investing. See you in the next one.